And their opponent tonight, the Pine-Richland Rams. The Rams come out of one of the tougher sections in the WPIAL, coming out, I believe, Section 3 with the likes of Newcastle, North Hills, Shaler, and that's enough said right there. One of the tougher WPIAL sections from top to bottom. The Uniontown Red Raiders coming off a big win last Saturday afternoon as they got back into the state playoffs after that tough loss to the Chartiers Valley Colts in the Whitfield Championship game. And they came back and defeated the Penn Hills Indians Saturday afternoon at Ringgold. Why the Pine-Richland Rams made the long trip to Tyrone High School in Altoona, Pennsylvania, and knocked off the Altoona Mountain Lions in the first round of the state playoffs. So for tonight's matchup, it's as simple as this. The winner will get either Montour, George Jr. They are actually playing right now at the Community College of Beaver County. When you talk about the Pine-Richland Rams, the first name that jumps into your mind is Alan McQuarrie. Alan, one of the leading scorers in the WPIAL, well over 2,000 points for his career. He is the leader of this Pine-Richland basketball team, and the Uniontown Red Raiders tonight will have to find a way to slow him down. If they can slow McQuarrie down, it's a good possibility they're going to walk away here tonight with a victory and move into the Western Regional semifinals. Also for Pine-Richland, the big kid in the middle, Jason Capizzi, he will give Uniontown matchup problems inside. And right now we have the national anthem, and then we'll have the starting lineups. For tonight's starting line, Uniontown for the first time in either the district or state playoff. The first time they have been the designated visiting team tonight, and it should be number 21, De'Aaron Jenkins, Chris Jacobs, David Winfrey, Nelson Jones, Terrence Vaughns. Should be the starting five for head coach Dave Shucks, Uniontown Area Red Raiders. This is a ball club that since the middle of January has lost just twice to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs at LH. Shooting over at Uniontown in a section in the first round of the Section 2 season, and then in the Whitfield Championship game. Right now, it is as simple as this. They must continue to get some shooting from their outside guard. Terrence Vaughns has got to step up. Terrence has been a little bit quiet here since the semifinals of the Whitfield playoffs, but if Terrence Vaughns and De'Aaron Jenkins can come off a big offensive performance against Pine-Richland on Saturday, against Penn Hills on Saturday. He had 23, if we remember. He had a big night against Penn Hills. They got to get Terrence Vaughns involved. They got to get Chris Jacobs involved. Nelson Jones has got to be his steady self. And David Winfrey has got to be, as we talked about, a little bit offensive-minded. So it'll be Brandon Malone, Alan McQuarrie, Jason Capizzi, and he is the big kid in the middle. He will give Uniontown matchup problems. Uniontown's biggest player at 6 foot, exactly, Nelson Jones. He will be the problem child inside. So you've got Brian Lasinski, and it should be, I believe, Chris Smith. And it'll be John Skander. So it's John Skander, Brian Lasinski, Brenda Malone, Jason Capizzi, and Alan McQuarrie. And the head coach of the Pine-Richland Rams, Mr. Dave, not sure we get this name right because we have a tendency to struggle with this. It'll be Dave DiGiorgio, the head coach of the Pine-Richland Rams. So One game here tonight at Steel Valley High School, Uniontown Pine-Richland. There is no preliminary game. This is the only ball game in town tonight. And as we said, the winner gets either the Montour Spartans or the George Junior Republic team. George Junior playing up in Quad A for the first time after playing so many years in Double A. So once again, for Pine-Richland, out of Section 1, the Rams. Coming in with McQuarrie, Capizzi, Malone, Lisinski, and Skender. For Uniontown area, it is Diehard, Jenkins, Chris Jacobs, David Winfrey, Nelson Jones, and Terrence Vaughn. We're about ready to get this one started. Jones and Capizzi will step into the middle circle. And we are underway from Steel Valley, controlled by the Pine-Richland Rams. And Alan McQuarrie will run the show. Diehard Jenkins will work against him. Inside they go, lay it up and in, number 13, Brian Lisinski. And it's a 2-0 lead. Back they come quickly. Jenkins answers from the other side. And he continues his hot shooting since being put in the starting line. Quickly they come back down. McQuarrie has it knocked out of his hands underneath the basket. That was Skender, who had it knocked out of his hands. Pine-Richland in the white. Jumper out of the corner is down by Alan McQuarrie for 3. And he is the key to this ball club. If he's shooting well, Pine-Richland a very, very formidable foe. Man-to-man from Pine-Richland, and they do a lot of helping and slopping off inside. Winfrey. Kick it to the corner here. It is Terrence Vaughn, so now working against the man-to-man. Jacobs to the corner. Jenkins out of the corner. Will not go. Tapped up once, and it comes down into the hands of number 33, Brendan Malone. On a McQuarrie spin move in the paint. Dunks it to Capizzi, and he's going to the line. Nicely done by Alan McQuarrie in the paint. Get it to the big boy. And we'll see who the Uniontown foul was on. It's on David Winfrey. That is David's first, the team first. And to the line will be the big boy, Jason Capizzi, looking for his first points of tonight. And he misses badly on the first and off the front of the rim. 5-2. Pine-Richland in early going. The Rams getting a quick bucket from Brian Lisinski, and then an Alan McQuarrie 3. Capizzi misses them both. McQuarrie gets the rebound, fires it up, and he is fouled, and he's going back to the line as Terrence Vaughn's got him. We told you when we talked about Saturday in the game against Penn Hills, if they would win tonight, Pine-Richland, and play Uniontown, Alan McQuarrie has never met a shot that he doesn't like. And he will shoot it from anywhere. Had him at camp 2 years ago. The boy could flat out play. So McQuarrie to the foul line, looking for point number 4. And Allen gets the first one, and now it's a 6-2 Pine-Richland Ram ball game. Nice contingent of Uniontown faithful here. McQuarrie gets the second one. And you know what, Eric, just like last night, how many times did we see General McLean go to the line after Brownsville had fouled him from three-point land? McQuarrie gets all 3, and an early 8-2 Pine-Richland lead. Man-to-man from the Rams. A lot of help in the paint. See if they do the same thing Penn Hills did where they drop off. Winfrey, jumper out of the corner. Will not go. Yes, it does. It rolls around. Terrence Vaughn. Back they come. Corner. Trying to skip it and running it down very nicely is Brendan Malone. And having trouble but coming all the way and double dribbling with the basketball is Brian Lisinski. So, 8-4. Uniontown looks to cut into it again. David Winfrey is the top with the basketball. Little double screen right there for Terrence Vaughn. Jones pulls up from 15. Can't get to go down. And Alan McQuarrie rebounds. McQuarrie now will push it very quickly. Nice look. Whistle foul, and going to the line for Pine-Richland is Brendan Malone, number 33, and picking up the Uniontown area foul is David Winfrey, and Coach Chuck cannot like that because that is David Winfrey's second. Team third, and Brendan Malone goes back to the line for the Rams. And he can't get to go down, so they are now 3 of 6 from the foul line. McQuarrie with 6 of the 8 Pine-Richland Ram points. That is not surprising. Second one is down. for Brendan Malone, and it's 9-4, 5-point lead for Pine-Richland. Vaughn's thought about the three. They'll dump it inside to Nelson Jones, try to skip it to the backside. Winfrey's pull up from 15 is air ball. Jones battles hard, saves it, but right into the hands of Alan McQuarrie. Rams want to run. Behind the back dribble, stolen by Nelson Jones. Get it ahead to Terrence Vaughns. Get it back to Chris Jacobs. Lays it up and in. Good ball movement by the Red Raiders. 3-point ball game. McQuarrie got caught up with the behind the back dribble. They go back to McQuarrie. Nearly walked with it. No call. Uniontown fakes now into it a little bit. Nice pass down inside. They swing it. Lasinski puts it on the floor. Turnaround blocked by Jones. And here comes Uniontown. What a chance to tie with a three. Jacobs coming all the way. Chris gets it blocked by Capizzi, but they will call the foul, and he will go to line. So Capizzi gets his first. That's only the team's first. And Chris Jacobs now with a chance to cut into the 3-point advantage of Pine-Richland. Jacobs, pretty solid free throw shooter. They did not shoot free throws very well against Penn Hills, but Chris gets his third point here in the early going of the ball game. Sub coming in. It is Chris Smith into the ball game for Pine-Richland. So Chris Jacobs now with a chance to get it to one, and they do. So the Red Raiders now find herself down 9-8. They're on a 6-1 run here. Pressure now. A little 1-3-1 half-court trap by Uniontown. Inside they go to the big boy Capizzi. One dribble, Jones fouls him. Nice look inside by Lasinski. And back to the line will go Jason Capizzi. We talked about matchup problems. Uniontown will have them tonight with the big boy inside. And he can't get to go down. He has now missed 3 free throws in the early going. They have worked themselves to the foul line here very nicely, Pine-Richland has. Second one is down. Capizzi gets his first points of the evening. And Pine-Richland has regained a 2-point advantage. Now Uniontown looks to tie or possibly take the lead. Jenkins. Jones swings it, and Algier has trouble with the basketball. Jacobs looking to break Capizzi down on the dribble. Swing it. Winfrey for three. No, halfway down. Rebound won't go. Uniontown staying with it. Tapping it up, I do believe it was Nelson Jones. And we are all even at 10 here at 4:34 in the first quarter. Lasinski baseline, good defense, and jump ball. It will stay with Pine-Richland. Well, they said the jump ball goes to Uniontown. My fault. So, the Red Raiders now with a chance to get their first lead of the evening. We have ourselves a tie ball game at 10. 4:24. Swing it, skip it across. See as Winfrey looks here to get a little penetration. Looks off the downscreen. Chris Jacobs' jumper will not go. Yes, it does. That's twice now they fooled me as Jacobs gets it to bounce up and through. And for the first time tonight, the Uniontown Red Raiders have gained a 2-point advantage. 12-10. Smith gets it back to McQuarrie. Lasinski tries to turn, goes baseline, nearly carries it. They go all the way back out. Chris Smith having trouble. And it's stolen. Here they come. Red Raiders. Jenkins, no. And I think we're going to get it over the back here. And I believe that is going to be on Matt Senkowski. So Matt gets his first. That is the team's second. And right now they're having all kind of problems with that half-court trap Pine-Richland is. So David Winfrey will crossover dribble, keeping it low. They go to the corner. Jenkins, long-range jumper, rolls over the rim. Jones keeps it alive, up with it, and rebounded by Alan McQuarrie. Here comes Pine-Richland. McQuarrie, dump it to the baseline. Good move coming here. Puts it up, wild shot, won't go. Jump ball, Pine-Richland basketball. Terrence Vaughns hustling hard inside. Capizzi quickly comes back in for Matsankowski. Inbounds coming from number 23, John Skender. McQuarrie's long three will not go. Rebound. And Terrence Vaughn shields McQuarrie from the basketball. And the ball will go to Uniontown at the 3:19 mark with the Red Raiders leading this thing 12-10. So the Red Raiders, who fell behind quickly 8-2, suddenly on a 10-2 run here. Jenkins again, baseline jumper, air ball. There's Kevin McCree. Can't get to go down, comes right back into Kevin's hands. It comes off his hands, but they say it stays with Uniontown. Brandon Duncan coming into the ball game for De'Aaron Jenkins. De'Aaron's had a couple good looks, just needs to get one to go down. He'll be fine. Jacobs now will inbound. They'll go to Terrence Vaughn here. Winfrey thought about it, pulls the jumper, will not go. There's a good rebound by Kevin McClee. Another tap up and in. It is Chris Jacobs with that one. We got Chris for 6. Chris with 8 here in the early going. 14-10 Uniontown. And Brandon Duncan really would have fouled that one, stolen. Here comes Terrence Vaughn all the way. Vaughn lays it up and in. And the Uniontown Red Raiders, since falling behind 8-2, how about a 14-2 run on the Pine-Richland Rams, and they lead this thing now 16-10 at the 2:30 mark. And I'll tell you what, Pine-Richland has had no answer for the Uniontown pressure right now. Good pressure up top by the Red Raider guard, and I'll tell you what, Pine-Richland just turning it over. So head coach Dave Vigorio here and his staff going to have to come up with something here to handle the pressure of the of the Uniontown Red Raiders. And they need to get the ball in the hands of somebody else except Alan McQuarrie. Allen's got 6 points of the 10. He's got 1 3-pointer, 3 free throws. How about Uniontown? Chris Jacobs with 8. De'Aaron Jenkins for 2. Nelson Jones for 2. Terrence Vaughn for 4. So the 1-3-1 trap. Into the ball game, Joel Stone, number 42 for Pine-Richland. And here comes the pressure. Stone now nearly has that one in it. Terrence Vaughn hustling. And Terrence Vaughn's almost with another steal. That's not the pass you want to make against this press. You want to split that top and you want to move the basketball. Capizzi works in the middle. Stone now will get it. They'll skip it. McQuarrie runs it down. And McQuarrie dumps it down very nicely. Puts it up, got the foul on the bucket. John Skender with his first 2. And the foul comes on Brandon Duncan. That's his first. And it's 16-12 now. And Skender looking to complete the 3-point play. Well, McQuarrie with good penetration and got it to the backside. Skender's free throw is down. And right now, the lead cut to 3. Chris Jacobs going to get a blow here in the early going. So it's Duncan, Vaughns, Kevin McClee, Nelson Jones, and David Winfrey. Vaughns and Duncan, the 2 shooters here. Winfrey with Jones. Vaughns, elbow jumper from 15 and down. Terrence Vaughns now with 6. And Uniontown in sync here offensively. Really got the pressure going. Inside they go to Capizzi, and he's fouled. And they call this on David Winfrey. But Terrence Vaughns. Terrence now has his second. So Vaughns and Winfrey with 2, and back to the line of big boy. Right now, Capizzi's been held to 1 point. 1:45 right here. Quarter number 1 carries the second free throw. Back into the ball game, Brendan Malone. And taking a blow is John Skender. For Jason Capizzi. Can he get the game to 3? No. And McQuarrie gets the fouls out on McQuarrie. Comes over the top. Just the 3rd team foul on the Pine-Richland Rams. Uniontown already, they got him with 6. We have 2 on Winfrey, 2 on Vons, 1 on Duncan. We have a foul somewhere else. We didn't pick it up. So McQuarrie's first foul. 18-14. Uniontown by 4. They've led by as many as 6. It's been the biggest lead for both teams. Uniontown's came at 16-10. Pine-Richland's at 6-8-2. Duncan's jumper won't go. Good rebound by McQuarrie. And here comes Pine-Richland looking to cut him more. Duncan tries to cut him off. Get it back. Stone skips. Penetration. And McQuarrie. And we're going to get an illegal screen on Pine-Richland. And I think we get that on number 13, Brian Klasinski. I think Brian may have stuck a knee out there. Jacobs back in. And here comes Terrence Vons back in for Duncan. Coach Shuck using a lot of bodies here in the early going. Now 2-3 zone from Pine-Richland. Look for gaps. They did it in there all day. And 3 back. That's it. They're looking inside now for Nelson Jones. On the baseline. I tell you what, Lasinski almost with a steal over there in the corner. Duncan now back in for De'Aaron Jenkins. 2 for Terrence Vons. Terrence got 2. And now they're going to hold the ball here for the end of the quarter. See if Pine-Richland comes out, if the Rams will just sit in here. Uniontown will hold it. They don't care. They got the lead. They'll hold it. McQuarrie did come out to put pressure on the ball. Jones back to Duncan. And Brandon Duncan will hold it. See if Stone may come out and play him now. Down to 21 seconds here left in the quarter. Now Uniontown will start moving into the offense. Duncan. Moving the basketball. There's De'Aaron Jenkins back to Duncan. Down to 10. Jacobs trying to dump it back inside. It's stolen. And with 3, McQuarrie will get a shot up here. There it is. McQuarrie's jumper almost goes down. That's the end of quarter number 1. A good one. At the end of 1 quarter play here in the PIAA quarterfinals. It is the Uniontown Red Raiders 18, the Pine-Richland Rams 14. You're watching high school state basketball on Herald Standard Television.
For almost 4 decades, Fayette Tire has been the trusted name for all your tire needs. But did you know that Fayette Tire also offers an extensive service program, including brakes, inspections, oil changes, and road hazard coverage? Of course, Fayette Tire still has one of the area's largest selection of tires to choose from, including Michelin tires, BF Goodrich radials, and the Uniroyal brand. Fayette Tire has the fastest tire change around to get you back on the road fast. Great Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal tires, plus the service you trust, Fayette Tire.
Who provides the best service supply for your sick or troubled copier? That answer is a slam dunk. Just call the office heroes at Best Copier Company at 439-2378, an affiliate of Brothers Laser Service. Shelley's Auto Sales, located Route 21 Uniontown, featuring top-of-the-line late models to choose from, on-the-spot financing available. Stop in and see Rudy or Jack for a great deal. Call 437-2606. Vote for change, honesty, and integrity. No strings attached. Elect Linda O'Keefe, District Justice in the City of Uniontown, paid for by the candidate.
Help with any of your legal matters, Davis & Davis has 2 convenient offices to serve you, Uniontown and Brownsville. They offer evening and weekend appointments and will even come to your home. Davis & Davis, a team of professionals working for you.
All right, we welcome you back to Steel Valley Area High School in Munhall, Pennsylvania for tonight's quarterfinal round action of the Pennsylvania Scholastic Athletic Association State Playoffs Western Regional. And right now, the Red Raiders lead at 18-14. The winner gets either George Junior Republic or Montour. That game right now going on at the Community College of Beaver campus. Same spot the Brownsville Falcons tangled with General McLean on Tuesday night. Duncan, Jenkins, Jones, Jacobson, Winfrey. The 5 on the floor right now for Uniontown. As they get in Nelson Jones, let's get the Rams. It looks like it's McQuarrie, Capizzi, Malone. Lipinski layup missed, and rebound line Lesinski. Back they come. Skender also in the ballgame. And back it's turned over. Here they come. Winfrey off the pass from Jacobs. And Winfrey finishes it. David's first 2 of the night. Uniontown back to a 6-point advantage. And they skip it to McQuarrie. That's where he wants it. Long 3. Will not go. Front of the iron. Rebound Winfrey. Raiders want to run. Here they come. This is De'Aaron Jenkins. Jenkins loses it to Lesinski. And here comes Pine-Richland. Duncan trying to run it down. Get it back to Skender. Skip it to McQuarrie. McQuarrie step in. Nice pass down inside to Capizzi. The big boy finishes it. Nelson Jones gets the foul. His first. That's the team's 7th. And I'll tell you what, they're going to shoot one-on-one the rest of the night. And Dave Shuck wants a timeout. A 30-seconder with 7:02 left. 20-16. And Capizzi will have a chance to cut this Uniontown lead down to 1 point. The Uniontown, the last Fayette County team left in the state playoffs. Brownsville went down to defeat last night to General McLean. And how about the way the Lady Falcons of Connellsville lost a foul with 2 seconds left. Now Lebo gets 1 of 2 from the line. They knock off the Lady Falcons of Connellsville 44-43 in the quarterfinal round of the Girls Western Regional. So Jason Capizzi to shoot the one-shot foul here. He's got the bucket. Capizzi now with 4. That was a case down here where Uniontown had a chance. They had just gotten it to 6, had a chance to put it out to 8. They turned it over. And then Alan McQuarrie with a good pass down on the blocks to Capizzi, and he finished it. So here we go. Uniontown in big foul trouble though now. 17 fouls, and we got almost a whole quarter to play here. Buries it. 3-point ball game now. A little 1-2-1-1 trap coming from Uniontown, from Pine-Richland. Jones breaks it. Duncan left hand layup, can't finish, but Jones is there to finish. Nelson Jones. Duncan went hard with the left hand, could not get it to go down, but Nelson Jones was there to finish. 5-point Red Raider lead. Swing it. Lesinski thought about it. Okay, he gets himself in some bad areas. Lesinski does. He gets himself some bad areas down there with the traps. And a 30-second timeout for the Pine-Richland area Rams. So, as we said, the other half of this bracket, Montour, Georgia Junior Republic, left in the western half of the states. As we look through all the good stuff here. All right, here's the other half of the bracket in the western regional of the state playoffs. The Keysport tonight, the surprise team had upset win over Shar Valley. They got a date with Central Catholic tonight. That's at Shar Valley High School. The 10th place team out of District 7 playing the 5th place team out of District 7. Then Erie Central, District 10 runner-ups are taking on District 8 champion Shenley tonight at the Rock. This ball game tonight, and then we said the District 10 champions and the District 7 third place team, Montour and GJR. Well, Pine-Richland could tie the ball, could get it to as close as 2. Skender gets it to the baseline to McQuarrie. Good hands by Winfrey, and we'll get a jump ball, and it will go to Pine-Richland. Tell you what, Brian Lesinski having all kind of troubles out there. Clear the head, good pass there, bouncing. Oh, Lesinski, good head fake and a finish. His first point since the first bucket of the ball game. Pine-Richland within a basket here. Winfrey, move the ball, Brandon Duncan. So they got to get some penetration from their guards. So they've got to step in here. They get it to Jones. Duncan to Winfrey to De'Aaron Jenkins. Jenkins is long 3. No go. And Capizzi taps it out to Alan McQuarrie. McQuarrie wants to run. He is fouled on the floor, and it will send Alan McQuarrie to the foul line for a 1-on-1. But Alan McQuarrie a little bit quicker than people think. Fouls on David Winfrey. David now has 3. So Alan McQuarrie with a chance to get this ball game 2-1. He has been held so far to just 6 points on 1 3-pointer and 3 free throws. And he misses the one-on-one, but Capizzi with the rebound. They go right back to McQuarrie. Step in, puts it up, gets it blocked. Bozak with the rebound. Adam with a nice lead feed to Deere Jenkins. And I think they just tossed Alan McQuarrie. I think they just tossed Alan McQuarrie out of the ball game. I did not see what happened either because we were up front. I didn't see what happened. Did you see what? All we know was McQuarrie misses the one-on-one. Capizzi gets the rebound. McQuarrie went hard to the glass. McQuarrie has been tossed out the ball game. But Terrence Vaughns is going to shoot the one-on-one here. We're going to get a technical foul here on Pine-Richland. I do not know what he called. That is the most unreal thing I've seen. And all of a sudden, this thing, a pretty good basketball game, and to see Pine-Richland lose their best player like that is not a good thing. Did not even see what happened, but that's an unbelievable call in a game of this magnitude. I didn't see what happened. That's what we were looking down here on the front end of the play, and they called it back here. McQuarrie looked like he got tangled up with somebody, but I don't think it. To get tossed out of a ball game, you have to do something really bad. Now, Terrence Vaughn's going to go to the line here. And McQuarrie has been thrown out of the ball game, so he's got to leave. So now Terrence gets the first one, second one coming. These have got to be the technicals, and Terrence buries both of them, giving Uniontown a 5-point advantage at 24-19. Red Raiders will get the ball also. Now the Uniontown faithful, where we are along the way, fired up. Now we'll see if Pine-Richland can hang in here. Here we go to Chris Jacobs. Back to Jenkins, and he'll go to Bozick. See, there's a push, no call right there. And then you know what? They're going to let this thing get ugly. Jacobs with the jumper will not go. Capizzi with the big, strong rebound. Through some elbows. And you know what? Look out here. This has all the makings of something that could get very, very crazy in a real quick minute. Good penetrating move here. Left-hand layup. There's the big boy, Jason Capizzi. And you know what? He is really going to have to step his game up here. 24-21, Uniontown by 3. Now, what Uniontown cannot do is let down here because Alan McQuarrie is out of the ball game. 2-3 zone, a little bit of patience here by Uniontown. Jacobs puts it on the floor. Now they go to Vaughns, and Vaughns loses it out of bounds. 4:49, and what a strange turn of events. Skender nearly walks. Vaughns put his hands on him. Lesinski will hold it. Now Lesinski tries to make the move. Into the ball game for McQuarrie is number 22. Whistle on a foul. Chris Smith is in the game. Turn it over. Yes, I'm head coach Dave Giorgio. I am not a happy camper right now. Inside, Nelson Jones lays it up and in off a great feed from the high post. I tell you what, they do that high-low look as good as anybody. Now, Uniontown will come with pressure. lead it ahead. Nice move coming here. They'll kick it all the way back out. Chris Smith. Lasinski coming all the way. Dumps it. Puts it on the foot. They do a one-eyed go. Rebound. Puts it back up. Whistling a foul. And going to the foul line is John Skender. Chris Jacobs gets his first foul. Brandon Duncan coming in for the Red Raiders. Skender will go the line. Soft touch, goes it from the left to left hand. Skender looking for his second one here. Would get Pine-Richland back within a bucket. Got them both. Uniontown now leads by 3. I'll push it ahead at the 3:57 mark. Jones back out, little inside outside. Duncan thought about the 3. Until Nelson Jones is camped there. For the Pine-Richland fans right now, they are irate to say the least. Baseline move, kick it to Duncan. Brandon steps back, whistle walk. And now you got to watch here because the ref just looked at the Pine-Richland bench. Let's hope this man down here don't break a blood vessel. Now, Uniontown's going to come with full court pressure all over the place. So, inbounds coming. Oh, they try to lead it ahead and they turn it over. Lasinski was trying to go deep and they turn it over. So, Uniontown will get it back on the Pine-Richland turnover. The Red Raiders lead it by 3, 26-23. They need to get somebody hot here. Vaughns or Jenkins needs to get hot. Or Brandon Duncan. One of them 3 here sometime tonight have got to get loose. And that is stolen by Chris Smith. And Skender will run the offense. And then we talked about Utah cannot let down now just because McCreary's out of the ballgame. And now we get a whistle and a push by Brandon Duncan. Now, Pine-Richland's got on because I don't know if he's allowed. He's been tossed out the ballgame. I don't know if he's allowed on the bench. And to the line with a chance to cut it to 1 is Lasinski. Brian's free throw is down. How about 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of the 24 points by Pine-Richland from the line. And now they've got 12 from the line. Stone coming back into the ballgame. Uniontown's lead is cut to 1. Somebody has got to get hot here against this 2-3 zone, or one of the guys have got to step in. Duncan with a good look at the basket. Can't get to go down. Rebound, Pine-Richland. Right now, Pine-Richland playing on a lot of emotion. Skender steps in for 3. Oh, he got it to go down. Skender off the back of the glass. You got to call that one. It's Pine-Richland by 2. The zone giving the Raiders problems. Pine-Richland now into the ballgame. Inside they go. Jacobs, no foul call. Air ball, knocked down, no call. You know what? They swallowed the whistle now. All the way. That is Skender again. They want to talk this over. Pine-Richland, after the McQuarrie is getting tossed out of a ball game, they've really stepped their game up now. They've taken a 4-point lead over Uniontown at the 2:10 mark. Now for Pine-Richland, he was tossed out of a ball game. He's out of the next one, I do believe, too, if they would move on to the regional semis against either Montour or GJR. And all suddenly now, the Uniontown favorite trying to come alive on the other side. Very strange ball game here. It's a very strange one. It was 22-19. McQuarrie went to the line to shoot a one-on-one, missed it. Capizzi got the rebound, kicked it back out to McQuarrie. McQuarrie made a move to the lane, got it blocked. Next thing you know, Uniontown's coming up the floor. McQuarrie gets tossed out the ball game. It was 22-19 at that point. Uniontown led 26-21, but a 9-0 run by Pine-Richland has given him the 4-point lead. Jenkins, jumper, will not go. There's a good rebound by Nelson Jones. Jones stays with it. Nelson can't get it to go down. Lazinski with the rebound. Pine-Richland now with a chance to extend on that 4-point lead. Uniontown is led by as many as 6. Skender to Capizzi, puts it on the floor one time, spins in the paint, lays it up and in. I'll tell you what, they're doing it all right now, Pine-Richland is. 6-point Ram lead. Stolen. Jacobs gets it back, skip it to Duncan, down to Jones. Back to Duncan. See, they got to step up. Dear Jenkins will not go, and we get a foul. I think we get on Brian Lasinski. Still not the 101 for Uniontown, and into the ball game will come Mark Camper. We haven't seen a whole lot of Mark Camper in the playoffs. Back into the ball game for Pine-Richland is Brendan Malone. Camper, see, somebody's got to step up. It's nearly a walk. Now they nearly turned it over. Bozic runs it down. Winfrey in foul trouble. That has not helped the Red Raiders. See, somebody right there. There's the jumper. Somebody's got to step up and take it. Baseline move. De'Aaron Jenkins got it to go down. Uniontown cuts it to 4. They've broken the run here. We're under a minute. See if Pine-Richland holds for one. Stone gets it to Malone. Camper, Watson, Skinner. Uniontown back into the man-to-man. Ball's on the deck. Oh, nice play by Lazinski. Capizzi keeps his feet and lays it up and in. What a great play by Lazinski, though. 34-28. 6-point Pine-Richland advantage. See, right there is the jumper. He's turned it over again. Here comes Pine-Richland. Oh, nice play. Jones cannot run it down. He goes back to Pine-Richland. Excuse me, to Uniontown. I tell you what, this place is absolutely nuts right now. And I think Pine-Richland may have a point there. I think Uniontown may tip that out from behind. Now it looks like the Raiders may play for one. They just got to get a shooter up on top, or Adam Bozic or David Winfrey have got to step up and knock something down. They are leaving the top of the key wide open when they rotate that ball back. Jones wants the basketball inside. Camper thought about it, will not shoot it. They bounce it inside to Jacobs. They try to force that in there. Lead it ahead, running it down. Nice play, pull-up jumper. Got it. That brings us to the end of the quarter. Brendan Malone finishes the half with his 3rd point of the half. And at the end of one, Pine-Richland right now stunning the Uniontown Red Raiders. It's the Pine-Richland Rams 36, Uniontown area 28. You're watching high school state playoffs on Herald Standard Television.
For help with any of your legal matters, Davis & Davis has 2 convenient offices to serve you, Uniontown and Brownsville. They offer evening and weekend appointments and will even come to your home. Davis & Davis, a team of professionals working for you.
Who provides the best service supply for your sick or troubled copier? That answer is a slam dunk. Just call the office heroes at Best Copier Company at 439-2378, an affiliate of Brothers Laser Service. Shelley's Auto Sales, located Route 21 Uniontown, featuring top-of-the-line late models to choose from, on-the-spot financing available. Stop in and see Rudy or Jack for a great deal. Call 437-2606. Vote for change, honesty, and integrity. No strings attached. Elect Linda O'Keefe, District Justice in the City of Uniontown, paid for by the candidate.
back to Steel Valley High School, Munhall, Pennsylvania. We're at the half here between the Rams of Pine-Richland and the Uniontown Red Raiders. And right now, the Uniontown Red Raiders find themselves on the short end of a 36-28 ball game. It was a 22-19 ball game with a strange second quarter. Uniontown was up 22-19. Alan McQuarrie, the leading scorer for the Pine-Richland Rams, was at the line shooting a one-on-one. Missed the front end of it. Rebounded by Jason Capizzi. He kicked it back out to McQuarrie. McQuarrie went to the lane. Blocked the shot by Nelson Jones. Next thing you know, McQuarrie gets called for a foul. He gets tossed out the ball game. And at that time, Uniontown led 22-19. Well, since that point, the Rams have gone on a 15-6 run, and they lead it right now 36-28. Uniontown being led in the first half by Chris Jacobs. He had 8 points. Also at 8 was Terrence Vaughns. Nobody for Uniontown with a three-pointer. And the Red Raiders are in foul trouble. Winfrey's got 3. Vaughns and Duncan have got 2. And there's a little bit of foul trouble for Uniontown area. The Uniontown Red Raiders will get the ball with a chance to cut into this 8-point lead. We saw last night at halftime. What scenario is this? The same score General McLean led Brownsville at the half last night at Community College of Beaver County. First jumper on the way by Terrence Vaughns. Will not go. And pulling down a rebound after a few tips is David Winfrey. So it's Winfrey, Vaughns, D.R. Jenkins, Nelson Jones, Chris Jacobs. Jacobs puts it up, rolls it down and in. Chris Jacobs. Uniontown now down by 6, stolen by D.R. Jenkins. Can't control it, and he'll get it back. For the Rams, it's Jason Capizzi, John Skender, Brendan Malone, it's Brian Lazinski, and number 22, Chris Smith. They are the 5 on the floor for Pine-Richland. No Alan McQuarrie. Good pass there to Lazinski, and he'll make a move to the glass. Head fake one time, puts it up and in. Tell you what, he stepped it up here. He has got 8, Brian Lazinski does. So it's 7-11. Utah finds herself down by 8. Jake can't get it to go down. Lazinski with the rebound. Lead it ahead to the big boy, Capizzi. He'll kick it back, stolen by Nelson Jones. Here comes Jones. Jones will pull back out. Didn't have numbers. Just needs to settle down here a little bit and just play. Winfrey now back in the ball game. They need David there. Jenkins' baseline jumper will not go. Pierre started out the ball game with a bucket to start it, but he has struggled from the floor since then. They are not shooting the ball well from outside. Full court pressure now being employed by the Raiders. Smith will work against David Winfrey. Trying to get a little bit of movement here. Skender dumps it inside to the big boy. Nice catch, and he puts it up and in. Well, they had an answer for him. 10-point lead, Pine-Richland's biggest. You wonder if they've let down a little bit since McQuarrie got thrown out the ball game. See, they're just not in sync. Vaughns loses it out of bounds. They are just not in sync right now. They started out with a lot of energy. 18 points in that first quarter. They've been held to 12 since then. Pine-Richland right now is on a 26-12 run since the first quarter. Lazinski, good play by Nelson Jones. Gets it back, gets it blocked, and they're going to call a foul on Chris Jacobs. And now we got Chris for 2. Now Pine-Richland with a chance to get a double-digit, to push their double-digit lead up to 12. As they send number 13, Brian Lasinski, to the line. Lasinski is 2 for 2 from there. Make it 3 for 3. Tell you what, Uniontown's got to get the head screwed on here very quickly. Because right now, Pine-Richland, even without McQuarrie, believing they can win the ball game. So, it's a 42-30 lead. Capizzi will get a quick blow here. The 2-3 zone being employed by Pine-Richland has given Uniontown problems. Draws to Winfrey. Trying to get a little bit of movement, stepping in. There you go, David Winfrey. David's got to shoot that. So they've got to shoot that one time. David's got to have a little bit of confidence, bury it. He can do that. He's done it all year. So at the 5:35 mark here in quarter number 3, Pine-Richland on the verge of pulling a major upset here. And we're going to get a hold way out front. David Winfrey now has picked up number 4. And today's lineup will be Adam Bozick. So right now, Uniontown in a whole heap of trouble. They go to Skender. Skender has it stripped very nicely by Christopher Jacobs. They are not able to shoot the basketball, and that's right now what's killing them. They give Capizzi a little bit of a blow. Good move here. Jumper will not go down. Over the top by the big boy, number 00, Matt Sinkowski, and that's Matt's second. Good block out that time. Capizzi's going to come back into the ball game. Well, low 2-3 matchup zone they're employing. And they're taking away the high post. They're actually matching up with Chris Jacobs with the backside guard, which means the backside post is open. And there they come. Malone thought about it. Lazinski thought about it. Good defense here by Derek Jacobs. And Lazinski walks. Into the game now will come Joel Stone, number 42. He's coming into the ball game for Skender. And the Raiders student body now trying to get into the ball game a little bit. Uniontown has scored just 2 points here in the quarter. Jenkins' long three will not go. Nelson Jones with the rebound. Jones turn around, yes. Nelson Jones with his 8th point of the ball game. Uniontown has cut it to 10. Now too much dribbling by Pine-Richland. Malone gets away back out to Brian Lazinski. Joel Stone thought about the three, will not pull it. And tell you what, now backdoor cut Malone. That's got to be a walk, and it is. And Pine-Richland wants a timeout here. It's a good timeout for Pine-Richland. Well, give Alan McQuarrie credit. He has not stopped getting his team into the ball game here. You know, every play over there, he's involved in telling them something and trying to keep them motivated. Right now, Uniontown needs to get a little run going here. 4:25. They need to put a little bit of pressure here to force Brendan Malone and Skender and Joel Stone and Brian Lazinski to handle the basketball and force them to beat them. So the winner gets Montour, George Junior Republic Saturday. It will be a Western Regional semifinal game. And if you want to count, if we were in the tournament, we are in the Sweet 16 now of the state of Pennsylvania. Next Saturday, the Elite Eight. And then we'll be down to the Final Four on Wednesday night. Congratulations once again to the Brownsville Falcons. What a great season they had. Coach Logan and his staff and his players as they fall last night to General McLean in Erie in the Sweet 16 of the Class AAA tournament. The WPIL champions. Jumper down. Terrence Vaughn. It's first three of the night for the Red Raiders, and they've cut it to 7. Jacobs with the steal, coming all the way. Whistle foul, bucket count it. Chris Jacobs. And Brian Lazinski picks up his third, and just like that, Uniontown right back in it. And Chris Jacobs now with 12 will look for point number 13 for the Red Raiders. Uniontown looking to push this to an 8-0 run and get back to within 4. So Jacobs, free throw is down. Back to within 4 at 4:02. Another no steal, but Brian Lazinski will get Adam Bozick for the foul. So Adam, they called it on Bozick? Yeah. Yeah, last foul they called on Chris Smith. So the pressure now, giving Pine-Richland problems. Oh, boy. Here we go. Starts the touches. Chris Jacobs now has 3. David Winfrey has 4. Pressure coming. They find it. He can't hand it to him. They get it to Capizzi off a tip from Nelson Jones. And Capizzi really stepping it up here. He's got 15 points. Back to a 6-point Pine-Richland lead. Jones, elbow jumper down. Tell you what, starting to heat up a little bit now. 44-40. Uniontown trails by 4. Way too many 4s up there. Brian Lazinski, finger roll, got it. Knife right down the middle, finger roll, count it. 6-point Ram lead. Vaughn thought about the 3, can't get to go down. Rebound by Brendan Malone, and the Rams now will walk it up the floor. Get it to the corner to Skender. Skender loses it. Here comes Nelson Jones, who loses it to Brian Lazinski, who pushes it ahead. Skender runs it down, comes all the way, pulls it up. He's going to be fouled, and I think we get it on Terrence Vaughn. And I don't know about that one, but that is Vaughn's 3rd we have him for, and the Red Raiders now getting deep into foul trouble. Skender, who has 7 points on tonight, including that bank 3 that gave Pine-Richland the lead. They are making hay at the foul line. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points from the foul line right now for Pine-Richland. I may not be a mathematician, but that's a third of their points. Second one doesn't go down. They get the rebound, though. Put it up off the glass. Won't go. Capizzi puts it up. Capizzi came over the top. No call. Nelson Jones for his 2nd. Oh, that's Nelson's 3rd. There's the one we missed in the first half. So Capizzi back to the foul line. Chance to go back out by 8 if he buries this one. And one more, and Pine-Richland's in a 1-on-1 the rest of the half. Nelson will get a blow into the ballgame. One Kevin McLeod. And since missing his first 3, Capizzi now has hit 5 in a row. 49-40, 9-point advantage. Pine-Richland has led by as many as 14. Jenkins, baseline move. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Brendan Malone with the hack. That's just Brendan's first. And De'Aaron Jenkins, who's been held to 4 tonight, goes to the foul line for the first time this evening. They are just not offensively in sync at all. Got the first one. 5th point of the night for De'Aaron Jenkins. And Brian Lazinski, for the first time tonight, will get a little blow here. Joel Stone back into the ball game. Jenkins rolls them both down. Uniontown has cut the lead to 7. 2. And they brought the full court pressure. They gave him trouble here. Skip it to Skender. Inside to the big boy. He finishes it. They're just throwing it up to the basket. And Capizzi right now, they're just controlling the inside. Uniontown has not had an answer for him. Jenkins, the Vaughns. Terrence, good move. Coming all the way. Skip can't get it to go down. A rebound by Skender. Here they come. They get it to the big boy Capizzi. Steps in with it, and they'll skip it back. Stone pulls up jumper. Will not go. Duncan rebound. Raiders got numbers. Brandon waited too long. Now he gets it, and they call him for a walk. They are just not very crisp right now. Skender and Malone controlling the glass for Uniontown area. Shooting for Pine-Richland. And they just can't handle Capizzi inside. Capizzi right now, 14. He has got 19 points here of the 51. Lazinski gets it blocked, but they're going to call foul inside. And it's maybe on Kevin McClee. So Kevin will get his first foul. And to the line will be Brian Lazinski. Brian on the night has got, we got him for 12 points. And this would be his 5th free throw. Can't get it to go down. Jones back in for Chris Jacobs. Missed them both, but there's the big boy again. I think he may have gotten away with a walk. The Uniontown faithful may be right there. He may have gotten away with a walk. All they're doing now, they're doing a good job. See, Stone got to get out of there. Uniontown needs to pick up the pressure like they do. There you go. Good hands by Adam Bozick. Vaughns. To Bozick, they swing it to Jenkins. They'll go back to Bozick. Inside they go. Nelson Jones. See, they got to be more aggressive offensively. Jones, turn around, nope. Rebound. Brendan Malone. See, Uniontown's got to be more aggressive offensively. So now see, they try to spread the floor a bit. Stone and Lazinski. There you good play. Oh, they call a foul on Pierre Jenkins. Now you get hammered down here, no call, and then you tap it out front. That is Diera's first, and you know what? Pine-Richland is going to be in a 2-shot foul every time. They will send number 22, Chris Smith, to the foul line. Skender in for Brandon Malone. Can't get it to go down. Big rebound, Kevin McClee. Here come the Raiders with a chance to get it to 7. Vaughns? No. There's big Kevin McClee. Foul on Capizzi. That is just his second. And Kevin McClee now in to try to give him a presence inside. See, they're not going to come out here and guard anybody, and they're not going to guard Adam Bozick. And getting Capizzi out here, and into the ball game comes Matt Sankowski. Also, Stone will come out. Now they pick up Adam Bozick. See, ball faker one time, come right back here. Nearly 5 seconds, they get it in. Fawns to Jenkins. Bozak into Nelson Jones at the mid-post. Back to Jenkins. No. And they can't run it down, and it goes back to Pine-Richland. They continue. They've gotten 2-3. They have gotten 1-3 tonight from Terrence Vaughns. And right now, they are just struggling. Lead it ahead. Coming all the way. Brendan Malone can't get to go down. Rebound by Nelson Jones. Kevin McClee does a scramble for it. Pine-Richland runs it down. Sinkowski it's the rebound. They'll pull back out with Chris Smith. Inside they go. Ball turned over. Pierre Jenkins with a chance here. Here comes Jenkins. Gets it picked in the middle of the floor. Brian Lazinski. Lazinski working on Bozak. Can't get to go down. We get a whistle and a foul. And we get it on number 00. Matt Sinkowski. That is Matt's third. Crazy turn of events there. With 6.6 left here in the quarter. And Uniontown down by 9. Now bring some pressure up here. Here he comes. Terrence Vaughns to Kevin McClee. Yes! Kevin McClee at the end of the quarter with a huge bucket for the Red Raiders. Well, 3 quarters down. The Red Raiders find themselves on the short end of a 51-44 score. You're watching the high school state playoffs on Herald Standard Television.
In attorneys in the United States, Did you know that a national board measures their experience and expertise? And that fewer than 2,200 achieve certification? Did you know that only 30 attorneys in the country were certified in both civil and criminal law? Did you know that 2 of them live and work right here? Meet James and Samuel Davis, the hometown professionals at Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law.
Who provides the best service supply for your sick or troubled copier? That answer is a slam dunk. Just call the office heroes at Best Copier Company at 439-2378, an affiliate of Brothers Laser Service. Shelley's Auto Sales, located Route 21 Uniontown, featuring top-of-the-line late models to choose from, on-the-spot financing available. Stop in and see Rudy or Jack for a great deal. Call 437-2606. Vote for change, honesty, and integrity. No strings attached. Elect Linda O'Keefe, District Justice in the City of Uniontown. Paid for by the candidate.
To Still Valley we come, and the Uniontown Red Raiders find themselves down by 7. Big bucket by Kevin McLeod to end the quarter number 3. And the Uniontown faithful now trying to come alive here. Pine-Richland trying to pull, which would be a huge upset. With the fact that Alan McQuarrie was tossed out of the ball game early in quarter number 2. It has been Jason Capizzi. Steal by McLeod, but running it down for Pine-Richland is Brendan Malone. Now Kevin McLeod, great job here by McLeod. And nothing called here. Got to be 3 seconds. Got to be something. Back inside they go. Malone turn around. Nelson Jones with the block. Finally, Uniontown runs it down. And David Winfrey loses the handle. Here comes Pine-Richland. And that's it. This is right now just gotten ugly. This right now has just turned into an ugly, ugly basketball game. Everybody's going 1,000 miles per hour, and nobody's going anywhere. To the corner they go. Out of the corner, jumper down for 3, and tears on. Uniontown now back to within 4. It's the closest they've been. They were at 4 once before in the third quarter. Winfrey with pressure on Lazinski. He's got 4 fouls. He's got to watch. Lazinski has it stripped. Here comes Uniontown with a chance to get it to 1. Inside they go. There's the ball movement. Winfrey, see, thought about it, pulls it. Nope. Rebound, Jason Capizzi. Davis can't think about it. You got to shoot it. And they'll bring it up the floor now. Brendan Malone gets it out of the trap. Oh, nice backdoor cut and good defense. They say it comes off of David Winfrey. So Uniontown with a chance now. They've got it to 4. Closest they've been since midway through the third quarter when they cut it to 44-40. The big boy they go, Jason Capizzi. He steps in, comes hard to the glass, and lays it up and in. He is playing a monster ball game right now for the Rams. Jacobs gets it blocked, no foul. And even the Pine-Richland faithful over here wonder how that wasn't called a foul. Try to lob it inside. Now we'll get a foul on number 22, Chris Smith. Still not in the 1-1. That's Chris's second. And Coach Shuck wants a timeout with 6:18 left. And Coach Bierbauer also not a happy camper right now. So the winner gets either GJR or Montour. And the people here want to know, I don't think Alan McQuarrie is allowed on the bench, but so far he's been pulled off. But should Pine-Richland win here, I believe Alan McQuarrie is not going to be in the ball game on Saturday, because if you get tossed, you got to sit a ball game, which means the next time Alan McQuarrie would be allowed to play, should Pine-Richland win this ball game, would be in the Western Regional Championship game. And we'll give you the whole semifinal, quarterfinal round action, which is all being staged tonight. It's McKeesport and Central Catholic at Shore Valley tonight. Erie Central and Shenley at Slippery Rock. This ball game here at the Valley. And if the community college of Beaver County, this ball game probably over. Montour and GJR. So Uniontown down by 6 with the basketball. If you'd have told me the Raiders would have hit only 2 threes tonight, both by Terrence Vaughns, and only be down 6, I'd tell you were crazy. They have not shot the ball. Now a little flat 3-2 by Pine-Richland. They move it into a 2-3. Vaughns, good head fake, shot up, and rolls it up when I go. Terrence needs to get a little bit more arc on it. A little bit flat right now. Here we go back the other way with the Rams. Brian Lazinski being watched by Winfrey. David giving a lot of pressure. Lob it inside to Capizzi. Capizzi stays with it, lays it up. Can't get to go down, but he is fouled. He will go to line. Uniontown foul, I believe, was on Terrence Vaughns, and now Terrence has got 4. So this ball game has mirrored the Brownsville-General McLean game so much. It is unreal. The only difference is where General McLean got their buckets from the outside on Dan Grable's three-pointers. Jason Capizzi has just been a man amongst boys inside here tonight. 16-24 on the night for Capizzi. Now suddenly it's back to 7. Both times they've got it to 4. The Rams have answered. Can't get the second one. Good rebound. And putting it up and in. That's a backbreaker there. As the bucket was by John Skender. And at the 5:40 mark, Uniontown finds herself down by 9 again at 56-47. They'd come out and they had cut it to 4, but a 5-0 run once again has pushed it back out to 9. And Pine-Richland right now, they're smelling upset. Uniontown just can't get it in flow here. As we said, if they win, they get George Jr. or Montour on Saturday afternoon. If you lose, it's time to go undergrad. So Coach Dave DiGiorgio right now has got to be pleased. His Rams up by 9, and if you told him he'd be up 9 without Alan McQuarrie, he'd have probably told you were loony. But give this team, I tell you what, give Pine-Richland credit. They did not fold. Well, we'll see what the Red Raiders have got in them. A 10-0 run for them is nothing. They've made it so many times this year. And you know they've got one good one in them here. Jones, Winfrey, Vaughns, Jenkins, and McLeod. They are the 5 on the floor for the Uniontown Red Raiders. We'll get you the Rams. It is Stone, Skender, Brian Lazinski, Jason Capizzi, and I believe it is Brendan Malone. Jones trying to back the big boy down. Jenkins steps in. So they got to get some penetration. They got to go to glass strong. McLeod dumps it. Winfrey back to Jenkins. Jenkins puts it on for a good move here. And he can't get to go down. Nice rebound, Nelson Jones. Can't get it down. But there's Kevin McLeod. And a foul. Chance to get it to 6. Skender gets his first. And it sends Kevin to the line. Can't get the free throw. Rebound by Capizzi. And Pine-Richland now will control the ball with a 7-point lead. And the Rams want a timeout here. So Pine-Richland will take a timeout. Right now, they got to find a run. 4:59 left here. All rights reserved in this ballgame by the Pennsylvania School Athletic Association, which means please don't make a copy of this at home. But as we check on Dave Shuck and his Red Raiders, Kevin McLeod in the ballgame now. Big bucket last trip down floor for Kevin. Had a chance, Coach Fortunio, the athletic director here for Uniontown, also in the play. Had a chance to talk to him a little about football. And how about this? The Wheeling Central Catholic Centurions, Maroon Knights, have dropped that 9th game here with Uniontown. So Uniontown now still looking for a 9th ball game. Well, McLeod, Jenkins, Vaughns, Jones, and Winfrey. Bringing full court pressure now. They get it to Capizzi. And Capizzi. Oh. First off, I thought maybe Capizzi got away with a walk. Because the ball's got to be down before you can step. Pressure. They're having trouble getting it in. They finally do. And that's going to be turned over, and Uniontown can't come up with it. But they had a raid in their hands, and they were coming out 3-on-none. Lob it, turn it over. They were trying to go to Malone. Brian Lazinski, but the pressure by Uniontown forces the Pine-Richland turnover, and now, with a 3, they could get it back to 4. Winfrey, Jones working at the elbow. Jenkins, yes, Eric Jenkins. Here come the Raiders, down by 4 again. Brendan Malone, watched by Kevin McClee. Inside they go to the big boy, and yeah, Eric Jenkins came back inbound. Good play by Dier, though. And here comes Chris Jacobs. For Kevin McClee, with good minutes, Kevin McClee gave the Red Raiders again. All he does is come in and produce. 4:26, Pine-Richland by 4. They get it to Capizzi. Back to Chris Smith. Good pressure now by Uniontown. They're trapping now at every chance. Lazinski coming all the way, gets the layup, can't get it to go down, but I think he get Nelson Jones for the foul. You know what? If this is on Nelson, he's got 4. So now you got 3 Red Raiders. Winfrey, Jones, and Vaughns all with 4. And Bryant Lazinski, he has got 8. He has got 12. He's looking for his 13th point of the night. And Brian buries the first one. Well, they've been here before, down by 4, and every time Uniontown has got to this point, Pine-Richland has answered. Misses it. 5-point ball game. Here come the Red Raiders. What a chance to get it to 2 if they can hit a 3. Vaughn's thought about it. Now they'll swing it. Jenkins got the feet set. They go to the corner baseline. Vaughn's jumper. Yes. Terrence Vaughn's. We're within 3. Closest the Red Raiders have been. And now they get a foul on Chris Jacobs. And Chris now has got 4. And now to the line, Brendan Malone. Everything is a 2-shotter now for Uniontown. 4 starters for the Red Raiders with 4. And now if you're Pine-Richland, you're going to throw this down inside every time. Capizzi's free throw can't get to go down. Excuse me. Brendan Malone's free throw will not go down. So, the second one on the way. Carries the second one back to a 4-point ball game. 2-possession game with 3:50 left. Vaughns penetrates. Inside they go. Jones, the Winfrey, the Jenkins, back to the corner. Vaughns for 3, side of the banking board. Long rebound. Here they come. Lazinski can't get to go down. Staying with it, can't get to go down. Brendan Malone battles for it, and it stays with Pine-Richland. You're going to go that little 4 across if you go man-to-man. They're going to way out. That's no problem. You go get that. Now Chris Jacobs needs to come up with a big defensive play here. Somebody needs to step up and make a big one for Uniontown. Tell you what, they got the big boy posted. He's got people sealed. They got to look inside one time. Stolen. Here come the Raiders. They're 3-on-1 if they hustle. This is Jacobs. They got it to go down. There's a block. Chris Jacobs. Jacobs now with 15, looking for number 16. And the Raiders look to go, cut it to 1. They've trailed by as many as 14. Rolls it up and in. Well, the Raiders down by 1 at the 3:05 mark, and Pine-Richland turns it over. And the Uniontown faithful on the far side of Gymnasia have come hollering now. We'll go to 3 minutes. Uniontown trails by 1. They've cut a 14-point lead down to 1. It has not been pretty, but they have worked their way back into the ball game. Vaughn's coming, blocked by Capizzi. I tell you what, he got grabbed coming through there a couple times. You wonder if Pine-Richland is finally just wearing down. Winfrey, the Jenkins, penetrating moves, has it stripped. Pine-Richland controls it. And now, Brendan Malone will work against Chris Jacobs. They get it. Skender, high off the glass, won't go. Rebound Malone. Stick back, count it. Three-point ball game, Vaughns. Uniontown being patient here, looking for a good one. They go to Chris Jacobs with the elbow. Good move by Vaughns. Back into Nelson Jones. Got it. Nelson Jones now with 12. 2 minutes exactly now. Malone coming all the way. Turns it over. But it goes right into the hands of Jason Capizzi. And the ball rolls out of bounds, and it belongs to the Pine-Richland Rams. It's not been pretty at times, but it's been very, very entertaining. We've had ejections. We've had all kind of good stuff. Chris Smith working against Nelson Jones, trying to go around Jones. Here he comes. Oh, gets it blocked by Jenkins. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul. And the foul will come on number 22, Chris Smith. And go into the line to shoot the 101 with a chance to give the Red Raiders the lead. And they will take a timeout, Uniontown will. So they have persevered. It has been ugly at times. The pressure from Uniontown slowly starting to wear the Pine-Richland Rams down. And with 1:43, Uniontown finds herself right back on the doorstep here. The winner will return Saturday afternoon. Site and time to be determined against either the Montour Spartans out of District 7. They were, I believe, the third place team. Or the Georgia Junior Republic team. And Uniontown and GJR opened the season a long, long time ago, it seems like, in the Newcastle tip-off tournament. GJR defeated Uniontown by 10. The Raiders had 2 starters out that night. Yeah, too, Pine-Richland had 6 guys on the floor. For the tie, yes, Terrence Vaughns. Terrence with 10, 11, 12, 13. If he gets number 14, Uniontown takes a 1-point advantage. It would be their first lead since 26-21. How about that? The Raiders have fought all the way back. They try to go deep. The ball is stolen. Pierre Jenkins to Nelson Jones, and they turn it right back over. Need to get it in. They do. Stolen. And now Uniontown, they'll throw the delay game on here. Here they go. They're going to go to the delay. And for all them times, Uniontown faithful we're not happy with Coach Chuck for running this. This is when you want to run it. They got to come play them because they'll take 40 seconds off the clock in a heartbeat. Bad matchup here, and here Jenkins is fouled right in the middle of the floor. The foul is on Jason Capizzi. And Pierre Jenkins will go to line to shoot 2. It's been crazy here at Steel Valley. Pierre gets his. We believe we got Pierre for 10. 2-point Red Raider lead in what has just been a phenomenal basketball game. So now a 3-point lead. Capizzi nearly has it stolen. And we're going to get a foul on Pierre Jenkins. And so, with 1 minute exactly, Capizzi will step to the line to shoot 2 and get this ball game with a chance to get it back to 1. Into the ball game for Pine-Richland is Bill Zoff. Good to go down. And you wonder if Pine-Richland is just ran out of gas, because Uniontown has really turned the pressure up here in quarter number 4. It is 51-44, missed them both. Rebound, Pierre Jenkins, there's a foul, and Jenkins with a chance now, maybe to start icing this basketball game. Uniontown's pressure finally getting to Pine-Richland. So Pierre Jenkins, who's just made 2 in a row, backward to the charity stripe. And Jenkins buries it. Tell you what, they've been clutched down a line stretch. 11 now for Jenkins. He started out slow. Second one by Dier is down. 3-possession ball game now for the Pine-Richland Rams. Uniontown with full court pressure. No need to foul here. Just need to play good defense, and they turn it over. Tell you what, they have really came on strong here in quarter number 4, haven't they? They are just starting to pull away here with 54 seconds left. Jenkins nearly loses it. They get it back. Terrence Vaughn's ahead to Jenkins. And they'll skip it over to David Winfrey. Keep the ball moving, and they'll finally foul Terrence Vaughn. Bryant Lasinski's 4th foul. And Terrence Vaughn will go to line. Terrence tonight with 8, 14, 15, 16. Unofficially, we got Terrence for 18, make it 19, and they have just been phenomenal from the foul line. Just phenomenal here late in the game from the foul line. 6-point Red Raider lead. 7-point Red Raider lead. That's their biggest lead of the night. Malone, pull up for three, goes all the way down. Stolen, whistle, walk. And the Pine-Richland faithful not liking the call. And now we're going to get a foul on Brian Lazinski. I think it's number 4 on Brian. Still a 2-possession ball game as Terrence Vaughns steps to the line. $20 points for Terrence tonight, make it 21. 5-point ball game, chance to make it a 6-point ball game. And Terrence Vaughns to the light of his Uncle Dana over there. And somehow getting that off, Brian Lazinski. Capizzi tries to keep it alive. He'll bounce it back out, 13 seconds. Jumper on the way, back of the iron won't go. And we're getting no foul called. But with 8.3, yeah, they called it. And with 8.3 seconds left, Terrence Vaughns will go back to the line, and the Uniontown Red Raiders, they have escaped here tonight. They did not play very well, but give them credit. They played extremely hard in quarter number 4, rallying from a 51 to 44 deficit. They now lead at 69-63, and Terrence Vaughns is going to try to finish this off. And I tell you what, young Mr. Vaughns has just been clutched from the foul line tonight. Wasn't pretty at all. And Vaughns gets them both to go down. And Terrence now, as Pine-Richland's Brendan Malone, will lean in, throw it up off the glass. Great hustle by the Pine-Richland Rams tonight. But the Uniontown area Red Raiders, I tell you what, give them credit, because I tell you what, this was an ugly basketball game to say the least. And Uniontown is going to escape here tonight with a 71-63 8-point victory over the Pine-Richland Rams. And you know what, we don't know where to start with this one. And we'll start, let's go back to maybe the most defining moment of this ball game. You go back, it was 22-19 Uniontown. Early in the second quarter, when Alan McQuarrie, the best player, the lead scorer for Pine-Richland, was tossed out of the ball game. And really and honestly, at that point, it looked like Pine-Richland was done. Down by 3, your best player not in the ball game. But I'll tell you what, the Pine-Richland Rams led this thing all the way up to the last minute and 45 seconds when Uniontown finally was able to pull away and win it. For the Red Raiders, it was De'Aaron Jenkins with 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got, I believe, 12 for De'Aaron. Chris Jacobs with 12. He had 16 tonight. David Winfrey with just 2. Nelson Jones with 12. The big night tonight for one, Terrence Vaughns. Terrence with 8, 14. How about 24 points for Terrence Vaughns tonight, including 10 from the foul line. Kevin McLeod with 4 big points for Uniontown. Alan McQuarrie held to just 6 points tonight. 1 3-pointer, 3 free throws. Them came in the early part of the ball game. In fact, McQuarrie buried the opening 3 of the basketball game for Pine-Richland. But that was it for young Mr. McQuarrie. And then when he got thrown out the ball game on a call that, you know, not to be funny, we still haven't figured out. And then I'll tell you what, though, but his buddy Jason Capizzi tonight really stepped up big time. Capizzi with 16, and he had 24 tonight for the 22 tonight for the Pine-Richland Rams. Brandon Malone with 2. We had Malone with 4, 7, 8, 9. Brian Lazinski with 8, 13. And John Skender, he finishes tonight with 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points for the Pine-Richland Rams. But I tell you what, the Uniontown Red Raiders, it wasn't pretty, but I tell you what, they'll take it, they'll move on. They'll go to the next round of the PIAA State Playoffs. Tonight with a, tell you what, an ugly as can be 71-63 victory over the Pine-Richland area Rams here at Steel Valley Senior High School. And we said we got to go back, maybe the key to this ball game McQuarrie getting tossed. Pine-Richland held on, but I'll tell you what, down the stretch, the Uniontown Red Raiders tonight, great pressure defense, great clutch free throw shooting from Terrence Vaughns and D.R. Jenkins. And I'll tell you what, they persevered. They didn't shoot the ball well from the outside. And I'll tell you what, a young man who came off the bench like Kevin McLeod, once again, stepped up huge for the Red Raiders. Well, that's going to wrap it up tonight from Steel Valley Senior High School. The Raiders move on. They'll take on the winner either of the Montour Spartans or Junior Republic. It'll be Saturday afternoon, site and time to be determined, as tonight they knock off the Pine-Richland Rams in the quarterfinal rounds of the Western Regionals, 71-63. All rights are reserved by the Pennsylvania Scholastic Athletic Association. You have watched high school state basketball playoffs on Herald Standard Television. For Eric Zakovic, I'm Joseph Hook. Once again, the final score, the Red Raiders are moving on. They defeat the Rams of Pine-Richland 71-63.